Shalom. Let me tell you about the week I've had. Okay? If you're not aware, you didn't see the video that I've since nuked. My hard drive fried last week, and my lifeblood is my computer, and it died, completely dead. Hard drive corrupted, could not be saved. Apple Genius Bar guy was just like, nope. So I had just recorded 7 episodes of footage for this, and then I was starting on my next series, which I had decided to do Super Meat Boy. And, Super Meat Boy, halfway through the 4th episode, my camera died, which my camera is what I use for my microphone. So I took a break to charge it, I left the game running, and then I came back to it like 45 minutes later, and, restarted recording and finished out the episode. And just as I was getting ready to quit out of the game and stop the recording and be done, the computer froze. And, happens sometimes. It was a pretty old machine. But, yeah, it didn't... it wasn't quitting, and I couldn't get it to come back, and I couldn't force quit, and I couldn't do anything at all. So, I hard powered it off by hitting the power button, and, then it wouldn't boot back up. And, about 8 or 10 hours of panic, just utter panic. Later, I had managed to recover my files, some of my files. I'd lost a lot of data and lost a lot of the footage. And this is just gonna be an entire episode of me complaining about this. Long story short, the computer fried, I lost most of the footage I'd gotten that day, I couldn't recover any of Super Meat Boy, and, yeah, so then I ordered a new computer, which I am now using, and, computer got here yesterday, and I have been spending the last 2 days, basically setting it up and moving all my files over and getting all of my programs reinstalled and everything like that. Everything seemed to be up and running. And then I get to opening up my, I was able to save 1 episode of footage, which you saw yesterday. And then I was able to, I was opening up the game to, start another recording session. And then I discovered that my save had been erased. And I could have sworn I backed that shit up, but apparently not. So then I spent 2 hours sitting there recreating the game I left you guys off with last week, and then I got there, and then I ran all of my programs, because with Mac you can't record system audio directly, you have to use a separate app to feed audio into your screen recorder app, and it's a whole big mess. So I was using Soundflower, and turns out Soundflower is not compatible with El Capitan. And I just updated to that this morning. And now I feel like a dummy because I know you're supposed to check what apps are compatible and what are not. But I did not. Everything was fine, except that one thing. And so I had to then go and find an alternative, which I have found something called Sound Siphon. So hopefully the fact that it's a demo does not reflect poorly on the quality of the game audio. Anyway, the point is, after 4 minutes of complaining, I've had a week, ladies and gentlemen, but, as you can see, I've gotten us mostly up to speed. I'm sorry for the lack of fanfare around capturing Machoke, but I just want to move on with my life. Because I've already played all of this. So anyway, Clumph was what I named- oh, Jesus. Hi! Clumph was what I named him the first time I caught him, so that's- I didn't just- it wasn't a plan. That was the random name that I came up with last time, and I just decided to stick with it. And now we're finally back on track, back to the regular schedule. Hopefully, no other shit goes wrong, and we can move on from this. So, how have you guys been this week? I really appreciate all of you who have been watching this channel since day one, which was not that long ago, who've been like, you know, patient with me and have been like, yeah, we'll wait, it's fine, shit happens. I appreciate that. a lot. Yeah. This computer is very shiny. And, well, slightly less shiny now that when I went to move a chair that was sitting behind it, I accidentally grabbed it, just full palm, fingers all over the screen. But it's okay, because fingerprints come off. You know it doesn't go away? A fried fucking hard drive. Which is why I've also purchased an external drive and am obsessively time machine backing up this thing. I am not letting that shit happen again. Also, I'm a little bit wary of trying to do Super Meat Boy again. Much as I loved what I got from that, I'm a little scared. Because, you know, it killed my last one. Then again, this one's gonna be under warranty for like a year, right? So if I do it, I should do it now when, if it's gonna get fried again, I will be able to replace it for free? Right? Oh, also, I'm probably gonna make this episode a little extra long because it's been a week since you last saw me. I couldn't do that with the last one because it was pre-recorded. That was the one episode I was able to salvage from my recording session. Yeah. Also, I guess it's just as well because I was getting over a really bad cold, and I don't know if you can tell, but I can certainly tell that I have that, like, nasally, sicky voice still, and I hate that, so it's fine. That was a lot of... It's cool. We're gonna just do it again! And, the only thing that I did change this time around is that, I level grinded did everybody up to level 15, which I hadn't done yet. I did that during the 6 episodes that I lost, but, I figure why put you guys through that when I'm given this second chance to be better prepared, so I did all the level grinding off screen, so now we can proceed better. And I have a bunch of Pokeballs, and I'm not sucking as much this time around because I've done it already. So technically it's a slightly different playthrough really, but still I am terrible because I'm not paying any attention, and I should have known that wasn't going to work very well. Anyway, Scythe are super cool, and stuff. It's really hard to be, like, funny when you just had the worst week ever! But, I hope y'all forgive me for just kind of taking this episode to explain what the fuck's been going on. Because it has been an adventure, let me tell you. Even my phone decided to join in on the fun, and the SIM card kept failing for a couple of days, so, it's great. I'm having a great time, you guys, over here. It's been fun. Huh! Yeah, although, I mean, it'll be slightly less entertaining with me not failing as much, probably, but that's fine. I'm sure it'll be less frustrating, too. Yeah. So we're gonna go to Mount Moon, but first I need to go Pokemon Center. And yeah, it's good stuff. I am so glad, though, that the actual game was saved, otherwise this would be completely different. Like, it would be totally re-randomized, and, I don't know how I would explain that. Just other than, sorry, this is gonna be a different playthrough now. Yeah, I don't know how these saves actually work, because I guess the emulator saves them? I thought it was saved with the emulator, but apparently there's some save file somewhere I didn't know about, so I wasn't able to back it up. So then, like, when I opened the emulator, it booted up, like, the first time I downloaded it, and I was like, this is a bad sign, right? And then I open up the game, there's nothing there. So that's good. But yes, this is a fresh start. It took significantly less time to get where I am now, and, I have higher level dudes, except for Clump, who I just caught on camera while you were listening to me complain. I wonder if the fan sound is getting picked up by the microphone, because it is loud AF. So yes. Let's see. What's a thing to talk about? What's the thing? How about that Slowpoke is a dopey Pokemon? Why am I sticking my finger in my mouth when I'm talking? Jesus! I'm so out of it, man. Dude, I made delicious fucking spaghetti last night. Yeah, I cook sometimes. I'm domestic. I'm so not. I'm so the opposite of domestic. Alex, my boyfriend, he cooks, mostly. He defies those gender roles. My place is not the kitchen. I can cook. I just don't like to. I would prefer to heat up frozen meals and order takeout. I'm not a cooking kind of a person. Thankfully, Alex is, which is great for me. Just, he'll come over, go straight to the kitchen, make us dinner. This would be great. Yo, Porygon! I forgot that was even a thing in this gen. Yay! Oh, did you dig? Is that what you did? I should probably switch dudes. Oh god, it hurt me so much to choose Kabuto again because he gave me so much trouble the first time around, but I thought, no, I gotta stay true. I gotta be faithful. Much as it's fucking difficult. God, it took me half an hour to get, like, plot-wise to where I left off, because I knew what was coming this time around. It took me an hour and a half to grind everybody up to level 15, though, because, I didn't want to move on past where I left off, but, all the Pokemon in the wild are between levels 2 and 4, so that shit gets tedious. But I did it! For you guys! I did it! And now we're gonna move on. Yeah, it's cool. Oh hey! Did I mention this in an episode that was removed, that was corrupted? I think I might have, so it's not on record anywhere. Did you guys listen to Hamilton? That hip-hop musical? Sweeping Broadway. They put up the full cast recording on NPR. You can stream the entire thing. The whole thing is like hip-hop and rap, and I think it holds the record for the most words in a show. Like, it's there's a thing in the songs that because it's about Alexander Hamilton, and they mention in the songs that, like, he writes like he's running out of time because, you know, he was a really, really prolific writer in his time, and he wrote a lot of stuff. And they joke about Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'm probably pronouncing that right, but wrong. But the guy who wrote it, Lin-Manuel Miranda, he writes like he's running out of time, like Hamilton, because he wrote. So the show has something like over 20,000 words in it, which is fucking insane. Yeah, it's not even like a super long show either. It's super awesome. It's real good. You should listen to it. Even if you don't generally like musical theater, because it's super different from general musical theater. It's not like jazz hands theater like you think of. It's very contemporary, modern, and super awesome. And so good. So good. Everyone loves it. Even people I know who are not theater people, because I'm a theater people, so like take what I say with a grain of salt, but still. Even people I know who are not theater people fucking love Hamilton, man! It's so good! And I just found out this morning that, the same guy is writing the music for Moana, which is I'm so excited about that! Because they just cast Moana, so now we have Moana and her friend, dude guy. I don't know who he is exactly in relation to her, but he's the big guy who's being voiced by The Rock. And they just cast Moana, who's like this 14-year-old native Hawaiian girl, and she's so cute, and she's amazing, and she's so cute. I'm so happy for her. There's like a video going around of like her finding out, like the moment that she found out that she was going to be Moana, and she's like so excited, and just calls her mom, and she's like, yeah, I got the part, yeah! It's adorable. I get so happy when children get what they want. I mean, I get happy when people get what they want, I guess, but unless it's a bad people, but mostly children. I like seeing children happy. Children are great. Anyway, I'm like super fan of this guy now. I should probably stop using him because he's definitely not ready to fight yet. Yay, music. So, Moana, yay. I don't even know when that movie comes out. I'm not entirely sure. In the future sometime. I just know the next one that's coming out that's Disney related is The Good Dinosaur in Thanksgiving. In November, near Thanksgiving. But I don't really know about that one, cause like I heard it was pushed back and canceled and rewritten and scrapped a bajillion times because they could not think what to do with it. Like, it wasn't working, and now all of a sudden they're putting it out, but they're not really advertising it very well. Like, it seems like they don't even have faith in it, and they just want to get rid of it so they can move on. And I'm like, but, you know, it's Pixar. They can do no wrong, except with Cars. That was wrong. I haven't actually seen Cars. I just hear, even from people who liked Cars 1, that Cars 2 is awful. I haven't seen either one of them. But there's gonna be a Cars 3! That's happening! Officially announced. They released their, production slate yesterday? Or something? That is to say yesterday when I'm recording this, which is Friday night. Yeah. Movies, man. I saw... We're gonna talk about Pixar now. I saw Toy Story 3 in theaters with my little cousin, Mana, who's 10 years almost to the day younger than me, and her dad, my uncle, who is obviously older. So I went to see it with someone who was too young to grow up with Toy Story, and someone who's too old to grow up with Toy Story, and also too old to have a child who grew up with Toy Story. Or too young to have a child who grew up with Toy Story. Anyway, neither of them really understood the gravity of the situation. So I think I was sitting between them, actually. So on the one side of me is, like, you know, a man in, like, his 40s or whatever. And on the other side of me is a girl who was, fuck if I know, like 12, 11, 10, 9, something like that. Young. She was a wee child. And we see this movie, and naturally, because I am of the generation that grew up with Toy Story, I was in tears, right? And we walk out of the movie, and I loved it, of course. It was very emotional. Not only, like, this scene was emotional, but, like, also, it was an emotional thing that, like, at the time, we believed it was over, and, you know, it's this story that you grew up with, and y'all know the drill. So we walk out of the theater, and we're talking about what we thought of the movie, and, I didn't really call attention to the fact that I got all emotional about it, but then my little cousin, bless her, looks to me and she says, "Shabna, why were you crying? It's just a movie. It didn't really happen." And then my uncle just starts laughing. And I'm like, well, Mana, I grew up with these characters. Like, they're a big part of my life. She's like, whatever, they're just toys. I'm like, you don't understand, child. Just wait till you're my age. And that's when I realized I was old. Oh, goodness me. No, I don't want to change Pokemon. Jeebus. Holy Venusaur! He doesn't... Every time I see Venusaur, I'm just gonna think of Poke Awesome. Like, Venusaur! Question mark. I can't do an Aaron Hansen voice. Only Aaron Hansen can do an Aaron Hansen voice. His eyes don't really... He just doesn't really look into it, you know? He looks like he's kind of just done, like, going through the motions. His eyes are, like, half-lidded. His mouth is open. His mouth is like, I'ma bite you. But his eyes are like, I don't care. Meanwhile, Ivysaur looks like... He looks like young. Like, you know? He's like a... He's not Bulbasaur, like, fresh-faced and bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, so to speak. He's young still. But, you know, like the quarter-life crisis, like, kind of where I am right now, like, the jaded shit's happened, you know? But, like, still trying. But, like, he sees Venusaur and he's like, oh, shit, that's where my life's gonna go. Meanwhile, Mr. Mime is like, whoa there, buddy. Watch what you're doing, buddy. Whoa, man, I don't want to hurt you, man. Man, but you attacked first, man, even though you missed, man. You attacked first, man. I don't want to hurt you, buddy. I'm just a fucking broken record. We've been going for like 20 fucking minutes. Let's finish this battle, I think, and then we'll call it a day. Oh, dear. Yes, use Takedown and get that 1 HP of recoil. Mwahaha. Oh, Mylock. Shit, I didn't want to do that. I should switch meditate down to not be the first move. But now I'm like in the habit of having it be the first move, which means I'm gonna accidentally do it. Accidentally do it. I can't do a Sean Connery impression. What am I saying? I should watch the original, like the first James Bond movies. I've never seen them. The only one I saw is Skyfall, and I think maybe Casino Royale, or like parts of it. So I've only seen Daniel Craig. I've never seen like Pierce Brosnan or like Sean Connery or whatever. I'm told I should do that. Maybe I will do that. Alright, I think that's enough for today. I'm gonna go to the Pokemon Center and then resume this route full of children I am beating the shit out of mercilessly tomorrow. Okay, wish me luck that this computer doesn't die and nothing else fucking goes wrong. Alright, peace, love, and geekdom. Goodbye!